Hey, everybody. Hey, Tammy.
Hey Lisa, hey everyone. How's everybody doing?
So, look, confession.
Hmm.
Um, I just I just threw a thumbnail up because I forgot it was my week and we've been so busy and
Hey,
crazy.
that's all right.
So I just went with it because my brain could not compute.
That's okay.
Because it's like the lives. I know it doesn't feel like it, but like
Mm-hmm.
we were just talking about this, we prepare for them
Mm-hmm.
and get our heads wrapped around the
Mm-hmm.
information we want to share even though it doesn't feel like it,
Mm-hmm.
but we do, and I just couldn't function last night. I think I
No.
set it up at like 11 o'clock last night.
Hey Wendy. Oh, Wendy's here. She's in the commercials right now.
Hey Gwen, hey Jamie, hey Wendy, thanks for being here.
Hey,
Hey
what did
Heather.
what did Gwen say about monetize?
So when I set up my lives in StreamYard, I have to
Uh-huh.
then go to YouTube Studio on my computer, which is a pain in the butt because I set it
Oh
all up on my
yeah.
phone.
I know, and I forget sometimes.
I do all the time. And so
Mm-hmm.
Gwen and I joke about it. She texts me before the live and tells me to monetize it.
Yeah.
Well, the past two lives, I went back in to monetize it and I
Mm-hmm.
realized that um StreamYard is now must be automatically doing it because
Mm-hmm.
two lives now it was automatically set up. So I'm thankful.
Hey,
Such a pain.
it is.
Hey
That's
Gwen.
super helpful that they're doing that way now.
Yeah, it's nice that they got with the program to work well with each other.
Mm-hmm. I gotta go check your thumbnail too.
I just put pantry prep.
I like it.
So just like I said, I that
That's what
gives
we
me
said we were
2 weeks.
going to talk about, so we're good.
Yeah, so that gives us time to think about things. I know we talked about food, and on Friday on our live, we talked about ingredient household.
Hmm.
And so I put up a post
Hey, Jamie.
last week. Hey,
Hmm.
Wendy. I
Hey,
We put up
Wendy.
a post last week
Hey, Wendy.
about if you wanted. Somebody had asked me for a list of the staples that we put in our
Hmm.
pantry that
Hmm.
we make sure we have. And so
Hmm.
I had put out a post that asked people to vote because if people wanted it, I already made it up for somebody else. I just have to put it in like Canva pics so that I can post the pics because it's too many characters.
Hmm.
So if you want to vote on that, if you're interested, if you're not, that's fine
Oh,
too.
I vote yes.
So just go back and look at that post. So that is a good thing. The other thing I wanted to share is the fire that we had about a half mile-ish from us
Hmm. Oh,
uh,
yay!
is
I'm so
100% contained.
awesome.
And that's good because the wind picked up today. So super thankful for that.
Oh man,
It's
I
not
gotta
super
say,
windy, but
Lisa, I'm like, what? Fire season already?
well, we haven't had any snow.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they're predicting this snow, and yesterday they had us down for 1 to 3 inches, which is nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On Thursday, and it looks like it's now downgraded to go above us, north of us.
Mm.
So it's so dusty that when I pull in the driveway,
Mm-hmm.
I sit in the truck for a minute because I gag on the dust.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not like I go flying into my driveway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we've been high fire risk and under red flag warnings. And also, the power company, Black Hills Energy, in their infinite wisdom, was talking about shutting off the power during red flag warnings, which is why we bought generators. We had them, but we bought extra.
Uh-huh.
They're already announcing for the county below us, they're ready to do that if the
Oh my
conditions don't
goodness.
improve. So they
Mm.
can literally just shut off the power
What's
as
the
long as
trigger?
there's dangerous conditions.
Hmm.
And if you have oxygen, it's on you to figure it out. They
Mhm.
gave you warning, but they said figure it out.
Mhm. Anybody on oxygen should have canisters.
But canisters aren't going to get you through 2 days. That's a lot
No,
of canisters.
that is a lot of canisters.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the only thing we have oxygen for is cluster headaches. So we're running them,
Hey,
maybe an
Dawn.
hour at a time. Hey, Dawn, good to see you.
Well, the other thing is too is that what do you call it?
Wendy said it's going on in Oklahoma too.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Florida too.
Oh no, it's going to be a rough summer.
Yep, Gwen, it's because they so there was a whole big thing with I don't remember the whole thing, but it was the California fires
Hmm.
and stuff. So a lot of these power companies are taking this and setting this as a new precedent to shut off power ahead of time. This is ridiculous. But anyway, um yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Hmm.
We might get some snow, but haven't had any this year either. It's going to be bad in the Pacific Northwest. It sure is, Heather. I know. Be very careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Heather said something back up. I wanted to go back up. Lisa had a new pantry cabinet. No, no new pantry cabinet. Well, no new pantry,
Yeah.
but definitely got a bunch of new cabinets. Hey,
Hmm.
Dawn, good to see you. Hey, Nancy, our treasured
Hey,
home,
Nancy.
good to see you. Yeah. So that's why we went out and got our third generator.
Hmm.
But anyway, so again, brain fried, just trying to get this whole kitchen done and other stuff that's going on.
Hmm.
But let's talk pantry prep.
Yeah, let's do it.
So again, if you're interested in the staple list that we use, again, you can modify it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Go
Keep
to
in
Lisa's
mind, like,
channel. I just did it real quick and go to her posts. And she posted a survey that you can click on
and
and
keep
give
in
her a yes
mind,
or no.
thank you. Keep in mind that like you may not see beans on there, right?
Hmm.
That's because beans don't like me. So they're not my, I know they're great and I have them, but they're not my go-to.
Hmm.
Just
You bring
saying.
up a really good point about stocking your pantry, and that is making sure you like the food that you're stocking. Don't just stock beans and rice because that's what everybody says. Make
Right.
sure that you like it. I love the suggestion that's made in this book, A Year
Love.
Without the Grocery Store. And it suggests that you actually have everybody write down, I don't remember how many, but write down their top five or top 10 favorite meals, and those are the things that you're going to want to put in your pantry. So think about it like that. Make sure you have the stuff to make those meals.
That's a really good point. It's such an
Mhm.
important point. So when you see my list,
Mhm.
sure, you may say flour, sugar, cornmeal. That's a great idea.
Mhm.
But you're going to see other things on there and you're going to be like, Lisa, why do you have that on there?
Mhm.
Because that's what we want.
Yep.
So I offer the list because like I said, someone asked me Friday night. I made it up that night and sent it to them. And I just think if it's helpful for somebody, I'm happy to send it. And then you can make your own
Yep.
because it's really important. Number one, it's really good to have, I say it all the time, stock
Mhm.
up on sales, stock up on farmers markets, stock up on bulk. It's super important to do all that stuff because package sizing is getting smaller, prices are going up.
Yep.
Certain things are not going to be available during certain times of the year for one reason or another, or if the market is having issues. Um,
Mhm.
we're rural and
Yep.
we do not want to go to Rapid City, right? Because
Mhm.
that's a whole day for us.
Yep.
Because when we go, we try to do all the things we need to do there so we don't have to go back.
Mhm.
Except for the kitchen, which we made one trip.
Mhm.
We have not been there since December, and that was because I needed to get dog food. It is where I
Mhm.
buy my dog food. Even though we
Mhm.
supplement, um, that's where we get it. So I went and
Yeah.
bought two bags full. But I'll tell you, one of the things
Mhm.
is the dog food is a canna.
Mhm.
It's a grain-free pet food. It's a limited ingredient diet. So
Uh-huh.
it's duck and pear. It's very limited for his allergies.
Mhm.
And I have to tell you that we get that food and it's got a loyalty program. So we use
Mhm.
about a bag a month, but 12
Mhm.
bags, we get one free.
Oh,
That's
that's
$100.
wow. That is expensive. You know
for
what,
his
though,
food.
Lisa? I'm
Huh?
over here making food for my dog because everything is making her sick. So she's developed, and I hadn't thought about it being like an allergy thing. I just thought about it being a poor quality of food thing. Like our food's making us sick, their food's making them sicker because they really don't care about what they're putting in dog food. I had not thought about it being an allergy thing, but that's probably a piece of it.
So Yogi and Diesel, but more so Yogi.
Mm-hmm.
Yogi, I went down a huge rabbit hole of food issues because he
Uh-huh.
had allergies.
Mm-hmm.
He had autoimmune, he had allergy issues. It was insane.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to the vet nonstop.
Shutting my
Non
light off my over my head. Hang on.
That's okay. He went to the vet nonstop with issues between
Mm-hmm.
anal glands, between bacterial infections, skin infections, you name it. It was nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
P.S. Through the years that we had him, I got him to the point where he actually only went for his annual checkup.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because, well, a friend of mine who was a breeder, we started feeding raw.
Uh-huh.
And the raw diet was a miracle for Yogi. And I'm convinced it's why he lived so long and he got so healthy. And he had such a night and day reaction to the raw diet. It
Huh.
was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
No more bacterial infections, no more anal gland issues, no more any of that stuff.
Wow.
And it was great because we had control over it. And we have beautiful raw food companies in
Mhm,
Connecticut when we lived there
mhm,
in North Carolina. It's a more of a
mhm,
struggle here and super expensive.
mhm,
Diesel, on the other hand, we gave him that and he really did not have a night and day difference on it.
mhm,
And it was super expensive
mhm.
here compared to the other states we lived in. So
Yeah.
because he didn't have a crazy reaction to it,
Mhm.
we ended up going with a good quality dog food,
Yeah.
and he's doing amazing on it. And
Awesome.
like I said, it's about $100 a month, but at least
Yeah.
it's a good quality food. We haven't had
Mhm,
any problems, and
mhm,
he is doing amazing.
mhm. So my dog's been eating chicken, and I've been getting the leg quarters. Um, and I don't worry about the quality of the leg quarters because I'm thinking, hey, it's better than dog food. So that helps me to control the cost some. And it's pretty cheap when you're buying it like that. And then I buy it in bulk. I've been freezing it. I cook it in the instant pot and I boil or bake some veggies to go with it, like carrots, celery, very little, very few sweet potatoes. But I do sometimes put those in there. And oh, green beans. Yeah, she'll eat green beans. But I have to say, I'm several weeks in and it is a little, difficult sometimes. I'm like, crap, I gotta cook her some food. You're eating dog food tonight too, honey.
Do you have to cook it?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know anything about the raw food diet and how, like the raw meats and stuff, but I feel like I need to cook it.
Look up, hold on, I'm just going to make sure I'm remembering the name. Look
And to
up
pull this into
the
what we're talking about, when you guys are stocking your pantries, you need to be thinking about what are you going to feed your dog. So even with that
absolutely.
being said, if there was a grid down situation, I do like the idea of having canned dog food or bags of dog food or something because then you can't really justify giving your dog the meat that needs to feed your family. Just saying.
So I just put in the comments for you. Oh, it said error occurred. Jesus,
That's weird.
that is weird. Hold on, let me try it again.
Hmm.
There we go.
Okay.
Look up the Barf
Oh,
Diet book by Ian
okay.
Billinghurst. Just
Okay.
keep in mind one thing.
Huh.
What people, I'm trying to say this in a sentence versus a paragraph. When people look up the raw diet,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. My
Mhm.
friend is a breeder, fed it for years. She gave me tons of resources on it, and it was fabulous.
Mm, okay.
You have to adjust them to it like you would any other different food.
Mm,
Their
mhm.
system is gonna it's gonna be different.
Gotcha. It's
The
not just
biggest
all of a
thing
sudden give it to them. You gotta get them used to it.
right. The
Mhm.
biggest thing is when you look up the raw information, you're gonna see people feeding carcasses out of wheelbarrows.
Okay. That's pretty rough.
That's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
So stay away from those extremists. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying is the reality of it is our dogs are not coyotes
Uh-huh.
running around in the wild.
Yeah.
Do they have wild tendencies? Yes, but they're a domesticated animal.
Mhm. Mhm.
So don't feed your dogs raw right out the gate out of, a deer carcass you found on the side of the road in a wheelbarrow. Please don't do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We feed our dog when we fed Yogi, we fed him raw,
Mhm.
no different than how we handled our raw meat.
Mhm.
It was defrosted in the refrigerator.
Mhm.
It was only in there for 3 days max.
Yeah.
You have to have common sense.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Making sure that it doesn't have bacteria growth or anything like that, like you would as if you were gonna eat it yourself, right?
right.
Mhm. Okay.
And yeah, and so the reason and I'm not convincing anybody of it. I'm just simply saying it worked for us.
Mhm.
One of the things is we read about cooked food was that it kills a lot of the nutrients.
Oh.
So that is something you have to decide because maybe your older dog can't handle the raw.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm just telling you, for us, it was a game changer. Again, with Diesel, not so much.
Wow. How many weeks in was he, doing his 180 on health? Do you remember?
It was probably a year.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Mhm.
But things slowed down over that year.
Mhm.
It was
Okay.
one here's the thing, it was one of those things where we didn't realize it
Mhm.
until I got a card in the mail that said he hadn't been to the vet.
Oh, wow.
That said
Okay.
he was due for his new one, and I was like,
Wow.
and I yeah, and I mean, he was a few days shy of his 15th birthday,
Mhm. And so diesel, you do a better diet, but just not raw.
not raw.
Okay.
And just quite honestly, it's more affordable, and he didn't have the grand reaction or
Mhm.
change
Mhm.
to it.
Mhm. Was it a yeasty reaction?
Yogi,
Uh-huh.
he had yeast,
Uh-huh.
he had allergies and autoimmune flare-ups all the time.
Uh-huh.
He had, there's a trigeminal nerve that goes along here, I think.
Mhm.
And one morning, like these are the things that popped up with him.
Mhm.
He was sitting there one morning on the chair looking at me like this.
Oh, shoot. That's not right.
The
Right?
nerve it was eating itself
Oh,
autoimmune wise.
wow.
And I thought it was weird. I told Ryan, and it was one of those things where if Ryan hadn't said, we got to take him, he
Mhm.
could have had his mouth could have stayed like that.
Oh my gosh.
Because I thought it was weird, but you know how it is. You're like, yeah, it's weird,
Yeah.
but we
Uh-huh.
took him and we found out and
Mhm.
we had to get different things for
Wow.
him. But yeah, all that stuff just went away. I mean, it's not
Mhm.
everybody's going to have that,
Yeah.
but
I'm going to take this up a scale because if you think about this, Lisa, if our dogs could be sick like this from their food,
yep.
why doesn't anybody think that we could be sick from our food?
Oh, they're poisoning our food.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to make money. You could look at it like this. I watched a guy talking the other day, and he was saying that your liver is responsible for addressing toxins, clearing those out, getting them out of your body, addressing hormones, clearing those out, getting those out of your body, taking care of your food, processing your food to move on. But if it has a toxin come in, such as a chemical that's in a processed, box of crackers, that's in there as an ingredient, and it sees a chemical, your liver says, "Wait, hold on. We got something here. This is an emergency. We need to deal with this guy. I don't care about the sugar. Go stuff it in my pocket somewhere, in the pocket of the liver." So you've got
Yeah,
this fatty liver. Go stuff it in some fat cells. We do not have time to turn it into glycogen and put it in the muscle. We need
right.
to deal with this toxin right here. And they're saying that's one of the reasons. So I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, gosh, it makes them sick. And then look, he got better. Like, if we could, just saying. I've kind of been on that little kick with myself, so I had to pull that in here.
Good for you. I'm glad. No, bring it in because it's the fact. It's a fact. I
It
mean,
is. It
I saw
is.
a thing this morning, and I keep in mind I haven't dove down the rabbit hole yet, so I don't know if it's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things this person said was, if your liver is completely healthy and functioning normally, which a lot of Americans it's not,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, cancer can't live in the body.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that too.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's what sets us up.
Interesting. It's
And
the same
reading
thing
the
that sets us up
ingredients.
and kills us,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It
So
does. But hey, just another thing though, I
yeah,
saw no more processed food. So then that balance of stocking our pantry, keeping in mind we want healthy foods in there, but I'm not going and throwing any of my food away right now. I'm just saying. Like, to me, waste not, want not. I'm not doing that. If there's a grid down situation, having food that is maybe suboptimal in quality is a lot
right.
better than having no food at all.
Yeah, please don't go to your pantry and throw out food. At
Yeah.
the very least, if you're going to give it away, please give it
Yeah.
away to somebody who can
Yeah.
use it. Don't throw
Yeah.
food away.
Yeah.
I mean, because
But I
it's
mean,
true.
but we can, think about that when we're stocking our pantries. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's what
Research
our
is stuff
conversation
in
on
there.
Friday was about. Ingredient
Mhm.
ingredient household, right? It's all about cooking from scratch, making things.
Yeah.
Because when you have things, one of the things that I said was having things on hand
Mm-hmm.
is what makes like at 8 o'clock at night when I decide I want a cake, I want a piece of cake,
Mm-hmm.
which is not often, right? But I'm like, I'm I'm making a chocolate cake. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I've got all the ingredients and it only takes me
Yep.
5 minutes to whip it up,
Yep.
right? Because I've got the
Mm-hmm.
cocoa powder, I've got the eggs, the flour, the baking soda, all that stuff is there, or the baking
Yep.
powder.
Yep.
So there it is. But when when years ago when I used to do a recipe, I had to go buy all the ingredients because I didn't have it all.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like there's so many ingredients in this house that I can figure out if I don't have the right one, I
Mm-hmm.
probably have a comparable one or a good swap for it,
Yeah.
and then cooking doesn't become and I don't like cooking at all,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but yet it isn't an issue because it's not, oh, I gotta go to the store.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta spend money.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna buy things I don't need.
Right?
It's a big
That's a
difference.
real thing.
Absolutely.
I was seeing Wendy. She's got major extreme food allergy. Yep, Wendy. So just make sure you have in your cupboards what you can eat. That's kind of like where we're at I need to ask everybody after I just mentioned that, saving or asking everybody what their favorite foods are. I just realized I haven't done that in a while. And tastes change. So
That's
if
right.
you haven't asked anybody what their favorite meal is in a while, you need to, because I think I need to. I think I need to take stock. And when I'm stocking up, I'm not just
Yes.
thinking about my husband and I, but I think about the kids and the grandbabies too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember you made a comment on one of my posts about the crock pot spaghetti
Uh huh.
that I made. Now,
Yeah.
I was talking about that Friday. That is not my ideal way to make baked spaghetti.
Mm
It's not. It was mushy because it was in the crock pot.
hmm. Mm hmm. Yeah.
But you know what? With everything we had going on, we had three nights of dinner out of it.
Mm hmm.
All we had
That's
to do was
awesome.
reheat it
Yeah.
with, with the stove torn out and everything in
Mm hmm.
chaos.
Mm hmm.
And literally the only thing we could find was the crock pot.
Mm hmm.
So it was nice to have that, right? So
Huh?
even though
Yeah.
it wasn't the greatest, it it worked for us.
Yeah.
and like we've been eating a ton of cheeseburgers, right? Why?
Mhm.
Because we have the local ranch beef. It's easy to
Mhm.
cook on the grill.
Mhm.
No bun, no veggie, no nothing. We're just like
Yeah.
eating cheeseburgers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But last night it was really nice because Ryan hooked up the camp stove out by the porch
Mhm.
and he was able to make homemade hamburger helper.
Mhm.
Basically it's like a hamburger helper, but it's homemade.
Yeah.
And it was nice because we actually got to have a really good meal that was
Mhm.
easy because we could cook it outside,
Mhm.
and it was perfect. But you think about all these things in
Sounds
life.
really good.
What's that?
I'm gonna be hungry. Like, I'm probably gonna be eating after this.
Yeah.
That cheeseburger sounds yummy.
Yeah. But it's just funny because we were last night we were just like, all right, we've been having cheeseburgers and steaks like constantly. We
Mhm.
need something
Mhm.
different.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it's just it's made life really easy because we have all the stuff in the
Yeah.
pantry and in the freezers to have.
Mhm.
So it just makes a huge difference to be able to
Mhm.
have all that stuff. And it's good food. It's not processed food. It's good
Yeah.
food made convenient.
Yeah.
One night we were tired and we ordered a pizza from town. That's it.
Mhm. Mhm.
But for the past 2 weeks, we've been cooking every night, cooking
Mhm.
lunch, cooking dinner,
Mhm.
even without a stove in the
Yeah,
house.
that's awesome. That's a good topic for another live is, so we're talking about your pantry, what you have in your pantry, what you can cook from your pantry, but cooking methods, alternative cooking methods. You've really gotten great practice at that then, Lisa.
Hey, when you go 3 months and 4 days without running
Mhm.
water,
Right? And the no running water. That's gonna be,
the
yeah.
kitchen has been a breeze.
Yeah. Right?
The hardest part is
Mhm.
when the cabinets were everywhere, like I was telling you earlier,
Mhm.
because we just couldn't move. We were tripping over
Mhm.
each other because
Mhm.
it's 2 people and a dog, and
Yeah.
all we had was a pathway where we had 20 cabinets.
Mhm.
Now that they're in the kitchen, almost we're finishing the install today.
Mhm.
Thank the Lord.
I'll bet
Yeah,
your spirit, your mental health are just like, "Oh."
yeah. Well, Sunday we were putting just on a side note, Sunday we were putting, the wallpaper backsplash up, and that's when that whole
Mhm,
fire started because we have the
mhm,
scanner was going off, and it was just like
mhm.
Ryan's looking at me, and we're like, "We don't need this. We're just putting in a kitchen. We this is
Yeah,
like."
right.
So I'm in my PJs hanging wallpaper,
Uh-huh.
right? And I'm listening to the scanner. My friends are
Mhm,
texting me. I have amazing friends, and one of them was like, "We're coming. We're gonna get the animals. We're gonna bring them to our
mhm,
house." Well, and I'm like, "We're not there yet."
uh-huh.
But I was even talking to Gwen, and I said, "I better get dressed."
No kidding. Oh my
But
goodness.
and then I'm over there taking pictures of the whole kitchen. Like, if
Mhm.
anything happens, I'm taking the pictures.
Yeah.
But Wendy said, "Preparing my cupboards for food I can eat and prepare with no electricity." That's great. Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing is no electricity or just a little bit of heat,
yeah.
you can heat something up, it takes
Water
time.
only meals.
Yep. Or just
Mhm,
reheating even.
mhm.
If you
Yes,
have
the
leftovers
reheating.
and you have it in a cooler or whatever,
Mhm.
it's really important.
Yeah.
I can't push enough to take advantage of bulk stuff, right? Because
Mhm,
the reality of it is we would love to grow everything we could, every one of us. I
mhm.
know that. We
Yep.
can't. Right? There's gonna be times where, um, nature is gonna play a role,
Mhm,
right? Whether it's
mhm.
pest or drought or whatever,
Yep,
and so you need to have the other stuff and have backup.
yep.
So just make sure if you've got all that stuff in the freezer, like we
Mhm,
prefer frozen stuff, so
mhm,
we have 3 freezers and
mhm,
then the kitchen, fridge, and freezer, and they're
mhm.
all in one spot of the house so that they can all be accessed with,
Mhm,
a generator, and one of the things we're looking into is a propane generator,
mhm,
So
mhm.
definitely stuff you wanna think about,
Yep. I like
'cause
the idea of having that blend of just add water meals, but
yep,
then what if water is a resource that ends up being scarce for whatever reason? So having those meals that are canned, that are ready to eat just as they are, those are great also.
Right, right.
Mhm. I know there's some folks that can their water, and I have not canned any water. I don't have water canned.
I
We're
haven't done
like
that
in the middle
either.
of lakes. I'm assuming water, it's going to be the cleanliness of the water that might need to be filtered. So it's the water filters. Do you know what I mean? That I'm more
Mhm.
concerned about than canning water, but I know some people do.
No, that makes sense. A lot of people will there's a lot of people out there who will say an empty jar is a wasted jar
Mhm.
on the shelf because if you have a jar, you can have water.
Mhm.
One of the things my mother always
True.
did
True.
was she had jugs of water downstairs,
Mhm.
and she would save all these orange juice plastic gallon containers,
Mhm.
and she would mark them toilet water,
Mhm. I have
right?
those. I
So
do have
she
those.
she would have, like, a whole bunch of shelves in case the power went out,
Mhm.
and she just said she goes, "'Cause it doesn't matter if it's green,
Mhm.
right? It doesn't matter if it rots, you're not drinking it."
Yeah.
She goes, "Then you can focus on making sure you have water to
Yeah.
drink."
Mhm. Yeah, I'll tell you who does, Wendy, my daughter. She
So
told
she doesn't wanna go with you guys?
she wants a bunker. Well, she's got baby number 5 on the way.
Wow, congrats.
I know, I'm so excited.
Whoop, whoop.
So she's like, we need a bunker. She's recognizing.
'Cause you're all not gonna fit in yours now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. But it would
Yeah.
also be nice just to have a bigger, more comfortable space, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, yep. It's
Mhm.
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, Jamie.
I'd love to have a bunker, but where would I put my pigs? Like, they're not coming in with me.
No, they're not gonna be able to come in with you. Diesel will.
Oh my gosh. I would not wanna be with him.
We talk about taking Bear. If a bad storm's coming, we're like, we need to give her a bath so she doesn't
That's right, that's right.
stink.
That's so true.
Wind, fires, tornadoes, uncertainty. Yep. All
Yeah,
the good reasons
definitely.
for having one of those.
Sure, sure. I
What
mean, yeah.
about Lisa, when you're thinking about like your pantry storage and you're thinking about, okay, my brain's going into graphs and charts. Nobody mind me. And I'm picturing a big pie, right? Your pie chart.
Yep.
The biggest chunk of it, can we talk about those chunks? Like where you would expect or where you feel like you are, but where you'd like to be? You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm picturing in the pie chart, my biggest chunk is probably, I don't know, I think I got two big chunks and they might be um well we should talk about what our chunks are. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
protein, I'm thinking carbs, and then I'm kind of thinking food for kids. But I don't know, maybe I need a chunk for vegetables and fruits. But then I'd kind of like a chunk that says food for kids because, you know, I mean, you want to think that they're just going to eat what everybody else is going to eat. But I'd like to, feel like I could have food for them that keeps them happy and feeling like, things are not normal
Nice.
for at least
Beautifully
a
said.
minute. Do you know? And so I feel like they need a chunk. And so if I think about fruits and vegetables, proteins, carbs, and food for kids, and I'm not going to worry about my dog right now. Although dogs might, your pets probably need a piece of the pie. But I think that I'm doing pretty good. And if we talk about how many months out, right? Like
Yeah.
this is going to be different for everybody. That's why I like the pie chart idea. So I'm thinking I might be a little weak on my carbs. I think I could improve the carbs. I think I've probably got more protein put back than I do carbs. And I think my fruits and vegetables, I don't know, I got like, canned soups and stuff like that. Try to get low salt where I can, but I feel like my carbs and probably my canned, vegetables and fruits, I could probably work on those a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I still have a ridiculous amount of pounds and cups of
Peaches.
peaches in the freezer.
You have fruit for life at this
Oh my
point.
gosh. It takes up a lot of freezer space. I'm going to have to can some of that this year. But I feel like we should all think about that and just,
Yeah.
and then we could also zone in on, okay, but for how many months, and that could be a whole nother conversation. And another conversation beyond that could be, okay, and where is our self-sustaining inventory? How's that doing? And what do you mean self-sustaining? Like what you gonna grow, what you gonna raise, what you gonna forage, but
Yeah.
that pie chart. So that's kind of my thoughts, and I'll pass it to you.
Mine's a little different. Mine is food for us.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't going to like what I got to say. I'm
Say
just
it.
going to tell you. Food for us has always been a focus, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's months of food for us, protein,
Uh-huh.
carbs,
Mm-hmm.
variety, all of that stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
it's always been a goal of 6 months minimum of ideal conditions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the 6 month range also.
I'm sure it's longer, but I'm just going to go with
Although,
that
because
because
we
it's
try to get,
guaranteed that.
the 25-year stuff, like we have that put back too. But that's
Yep.
like you don't go to that till everything else is tapped out.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Food for diesel is always a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we have to purchase it and we try to purchase a bunch at, one time, obviously. We usually buy a couple
Mm-hmm.
bags at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Food for the livestock.
Mm-hmm.
The reality of it is that storing that is a major challenge
Mm-hmm. Without it getting rodents or something in it, without it being contaminated,
or
not
molded or
conditioned for
whatever.
it. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are ways around it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not something that I focus on. And one of the reasons why is because they would become expendable.
Mm-hmm.
That's reality.
Yeah.
Because if times get tough, I can't be feeding them and
Mm-hmm.
feeding us.
That's right.
And so one of the things is they would then feed us,
Mm-hmm.
and then it would be wildlife that would feed us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's just reality. So it's one thing. So usually we do, why right now we have the two little guys that are porkers,
Mm-hmm.
and without them, the feed bill is considerably less than what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So like we get 480 pounds at a
Mm-hmm.
time. And right now that's lasting a month.
Mm-hmm.
After when it's not them, that usually gets us about 6 to 7-ish, maybe 8 weeks.
Mhm.
So absolutely, Dawn. Hey
Mhm.
Troy, good to see you.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Troy, thanks for coming. Did you see
Um,
Heather's comment?
I'm looking. She said, wondering how to make a well-balanced, healthy
Mhm.
freeze-dried food for the dogs.
Mhm.
You could take raw and freeze dry it and then just reconstitute it.
Mhm.
If you wanted, you could add vegetables that are dog safe or pet safe.
Mhm.
Because one of the things when we used to buy raw and in all my research is green vegetables, spinach, green beans,
Mhm.
any leafy greens that are healthy for dogs. You would take them and mix them in a blender, and you could mix them in with the food.
Mhm.
Every once in a while you could add fruit, but really the leafy greens are the ones that contain a lot of the good stuff.
Mhm.
Leafy greens and a green bean, of course.
Mhm. Like kale.
Go ahead.
Mhm. Like kale, right?
Yep, kale.
Yep. You
As
remind me I
long as
need to.
it's something your dog can handle, you can take that and you can take that, mix it with meat, and you can freeze dry it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yep, I just got a bag of freeze dried food, has almost ingredients, not measurements, but something to go off of. Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
Dawn, I agree. Livestock would also be good for bartering.
Mhm. Yeah. How's everybody feeling about their pies?
They're a piece of the pie chart.
Your pie chart. I saw Dawn shared I'm very weak on ingredients, only a little powdered milk, spices, etc.
I have a
Um,
lot of spices and stuff, and some
mhm,
of them are like not spices and herbs. Some are homegrown, some are not.
mhm,
Um, the powdered milk is hard, and I'll tell you why. It
mhm,
expires. And
mhm,
don't get me wrong, I know you can use it well beyond the
mhm,
expiration date,
mhm.
but I don't know, it's just kind
You know
of
what I use it for when it's getting
what?
before it goes too bad? I make the hot cocoa mixes and the chai mixes, the drink mixes, your mocha latte mixes. I'll do that with that powdered milk. So then you've got like a tasty drink, but
That's smart.
it's a way to keep it from, going too far beyond. Because you can start to tell,
Well,
know how
the reason why I
your
say it
food
is
smells.
the reason why I say it is I bought a ton of powdered milk
Mm-hmm.
and so on, evaporated milk, condensed milk, all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
over the 2020 year and
Mm-hmm.
subsequent years.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some powdered milk that we needed to use in the sausage that we made as a binder.
Mm-hmm.
And, after that, the bag was open and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's been sitting in my pantry and I have no need for it. So I'm really glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, yeah. I shared some
Once it's
recipes.
sealed,
Yeah,
it's
I did it.
okay.
I did a video, so go check that out because you can
Okay.
make, yeah, different little drink. And I love a tasty drink. I'm one of those people. I'm usually going to have about two drinks next to me. One's probably going to be some kind of tea, and I'm going to have water. Always have water.
Yep.
Um, yep.
So Wendy said my pie is off.
Hmm.
Dawn said my preparedness pie sucks, except for carbs.
Well, she asked a question a little higher up about whether or not beans were a carb. Beans are a protein. So maybe you're not as off as you think you are. I think of beans as a protein.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's awesome, Dawn.
Pasta and rice, that's good. That's, you know, but beans are,
Look, whatever you have, it
mhm.
doesn't have to be perfect.
You just got to like it.
It's called
Maybe
survival.
not even then. You get
It's
hungry
called
enough.
survival. You got to eat.
Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Yep. See, you're good. She said, then I have a beanie protein.
Heather
Oh,
said I've been working for years growing all the berries and fruit trees I can, so I've got that. That's awesome.
hmm. Our main fruit tree is our peach tree. I mean, we got some apples last year, not a whole lot. Maybe this year we'll get more, but I feel like I do need to plant more fruit trees. It would be nice to have more in the ground and yeah, and berries. I don't have any berries.
I have some berries. I usually freeze dry them and put them in the pantry. Dawn, I think it's great that you buy the powdered milk instead of letting store-bought milk spoil because
Yeah.
until I was drinking raw milk, which I'm invested in,
Hmm.
I I, I don't let it expire.
Hmm.
Like I use it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Because it's not cheap, raw milk.
She's got
Oh,
beanie protein.
I saw Wendy's comment. So I think that we should all just okay. So, for starters, on the bioengineered spices, you can get your spices from a credible place. It's an herb store. Mountain Rose Bulk Herbs, they sell bulk herb spices. And there's other herb companies where you can buy in bulk, and actually, everybody should because the price on the counter for that oxidated, old powdered spice is too high. It really is. It's too much for you're going to pay a lot less in the long run when you buy say 4 ounces of a bulk powdered herb, or even don't even buy it powdered, like powder it yourself. And if you don't believe me, dry some ginger, powder it in your coffee bean grinder, and compare the smell of that to the smell of the ginger that you've bought at the store.
That's the one thing that I
Mm-hmm.
love, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just because they're making bioengineered ingredients doesn't
Mhm.
mean we need to buy them. That's what
That's
I love
right.
about the choice,
That's right. Yep,
right?
we just gotta prepare. It's
I
all
would do
about being
without.
prepared.
I would
Mhm.
do without.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Like if I
Mhm.
can't grow it and it's all it is bioengineered, I'm gonna do without.
Yep. Yeah, because some of that, again, back to the whole liver thing, your liver's seeing it and it's saying, "Wait, what is this? I don't
Right.
recognize this guy." And your body's not responding the same way. And there's a difference that there's so many kids that don't like vegetables because the vegetables that have been bioengineered, they're why do you think? I mean, they say, okay, we just did it so they have a thicker skin so that
Right.
they're immune to, the pest resistance and whatnot. But they taste different. And when they taste different, for example, if something's sour, it's probably high in vitamin C content, right? Like your rose hips, think about this. Your oranges, your lemons, that sour taste is part of vitamin C, kind of goes, with that. So if it tastes different, something has been sacrificed. And I don't know what a dewberry is.
Dewberry.
I have no idea what that is. I'm going to have to look it up.
Hey
Almost
Ginger.
probably could be a joke.
Hey Ginger, not for nothing. Hey Annette Cow Emporium. Thank you.
Hey, Annette. Thank you all for coming.
Yes, thank you for being here. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, it's like,
I'm writing
wow.
it down, though, Gwen.
Looks like a blackberry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'm a weirdo. We all know this.
That's why we love you.
And here's the mentality, and it comes from my mom. So forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, it's called being grateful we have something to eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If SHTF,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a balanced
Oh,
meal.
for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's me.
I am going to
I'm a
eat it
survivor.
and be thankful,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's all about, at that point, I'm not worried about my health. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the fact that I have food to eat because I prepared.
Hey, my King Farm.
Hey, Dina, good to see you.
Eating on the wild side. Okay. Writing
I'm
that
gonna
down.
take a picture of your comment. It's easier for me to do that then.
Oh, see, you're smart.
I know, but you like your little books, so
I do. Well, and it's not even, it's a little, y'all, I like writing things down. I don't know. Going through the act makes it stick too.
it does. It does. Tastes
Mhm.
like a blackberry. I have to look out my window. It is getting super windy.
Oh, shoot. But I am that person that has agendas and like within reaching distance right now, but they all have a meeting. This is like notes for a class, and this is like notes for myself, and then of course I've got my little notepad here. So I am very much a write it down person.
Ginger said, "No, Tammy, you're better than Beyonce."
What does that mean? I hope so. Oh gosh, never mind. Now I remember what I saw.
Um,
I'm a lot better than Beyonce, if I do say so myself.
yes, and this right here, Heather. Heather hit the nail on the head. And hang on a minute. Let me look up what it's called because I can't remember.
Yeah. 13th or 14th. Oh, I noticed the used date, but it was February 23rd. It seemed way too long. Well, huh. Did it say on the package anything? Like, I don't know. Was it maybe it sounds like really fresh chicken? It's what it sounds like.
Okay, I found it just so I know. Oh, on the 13th,
Yeah, what do you think, Lisa?
14th, I bought fresh chicken breast. At home, I noticed the use by. Was it frozen, Dawn? Was it like the crunchy frozen? I still think it's wrong, in my opinion. Um, let's talk about Look at this here. Let me look it up the right way now because I was putting in what it was. So speaking to Dawn's point, fresh raw. Oh my lord. Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
agree.
weird? Like, I'm trying to think. Let's see. My meat birds, if I kept them, I just, I'm not getting it. That's a lot of days. Was it a typo? Is one of the things I'm thinking. Was that an error or what did the package say? Like, are they now putting something else in there? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but man, you could have a loaf of bread like an entire month beyond its best by date, and it's looking just as fresh and
There's an
more.
example of what they've approved to put in human food. They don't call it cricket powder. They call it a sheda.
Huh. Interesting.
And it's I think it's called a sheda powder.
Huh.
No, thank you.
I mean, I've ate crickets before. They're not that bad.
Yes, I
Well,
know you have. But you knew you were eating
where have
crickets.
those crickets been?
You knew you were eating crickets.
Yeah, I knew I was eating crickets.
You chose
I
to
did.
eat them.
Chicken and biscuits used to say may contain bioengineered ingredient. Now it says does.
Yep, the
Oh
minute I
no.
saw the B word, I was done with them, and my heart sank. I remember.
Yeah, darn it.
Oh, Heather.
Oh my goodness.
Heather, no comment necessary. Because that is perfection right there. That's common sense, girl. You don't eat waste. Heather has me dying.
I know it, me too.
I wanted to look up what do. Let's see.
I hope from this conversation today, because I know we don't have that many minutes here left, but everybody, I hope that you all work on your pie this next week. And here's what you need to think about. For your pie, how many parts are you going to have in there and what is each part going to be? And Ginger, I don't know if you were here for the pie talk. We were talking about if you looked at all of your pantry foods and you looked and said, okay, if I was to sort these and you used like a pie chart because I love graphs and charts, you know, just my thing. But if you were to put it into a pie chart, what would everything bulk up to? How many protein? I did proteins, carbs, canned fruits and vegetables, food for kids, food for the babies. Had its own little square, and maybe you could have a square for like your animal food. Lisa's got a bunch of animal food stuff too. Um, but we talked about that. I mean, you could sort it any way you want. It could be like food for us, like our stuff we'll eat, food for the kids, or however you want to do that and break it apart in your own fashion. But think about if you were to eyeball your food that you have in your, stockpile or whatever on your shelf in your pantry, how would that kind of break down and where do you see that maybe you're weak and could use some building up, right, in that area. So maybe before next week everybody can go and do that. It's a lot easier. I mean, some people have lists and they've got everything organized, right? And they've got an Excel spreadsheet. But if that's too much detail for some people because they just simply don't have the time or patience or whatever, you could still go look and kind of eyeball things and be like, all right, we got this much over here. We got this much over here. And then the other, I guess, homework assignment I could give you guys.
I'm
Lisa's,
not doing anything. I just want to be upfront.
I'm on Lisa's live and I'm
There's enough going on this week.
here's another fun thing you could do is think about and maybe ask the people that are going to be sharing your food what are their favorite meals and then ask yourself or maybe check your stock to see do we have those because if you're ever going to have a situation where you can't cook your regular meals where for some limited or extended amount of time Morale is important, and the easiest way to make someone happy really is just to feed them something that they like.
Sending prayers to your Nancy.
I missed it.
Nancy said she had an unspoken prayer request.
Oh, okay. Praying for you, Nancy.
That's right. Cheeseburgers.
Lots of prayer warriors here.
Yep. There were lots of cheeseburgers here the past 2 weeks. I will tell you that.
I know.
Right off the grill.
Yeah, it's gonna be in my house here pretty soon.
Keep it on track, Ginger. Keep it
Cheeseburger.
on track.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd like ours. They were no bread, no bun, no nothing.
Mhm.
Cheeseburgers on a plate, little dishes.
That's awesome, Ginger. I have to say, boy, with all of the chicken for the dog, I'm getting stocked up on broth really well. I need to can it though.
You could, that's what I was going to say. For the dog, you could can chicken.
Mm-hmm.
My kind farm said, just got to the level of prep I was feeling good about. Now we are going to sell our home in Idaho and move to a tiny house in Kentucky.
All right,
You got this, girl.
you got this. And here's going to be one of the challenging parts for you. Did you say her name's Dina?
Yes.
So Dina, one of the challenging things is going to be for people to not think you're crazy when they carry out the boxes and they're like, is this more food?
Ooh, sorry. I don't know what happened.
That's all right. Is when you have your family, friends, whatever, carrying out food from your house. They're like, is this more food? Is this more food? You're like, yes. Just put it in the truck.
All right, guys. Well, we are at the
me?
end. And thank you for being here. Next week, we will be on Mountain Grandma's channel. And yep, it was one of those 2 keys. What do they call them? Sticky keys? I hit 2 at once. I don't even know what I did. But anyway,
That's okay, Lisa.
have a great week, and we will see you next week on Tammy's channel. Thanks for being here, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Now we have to smile for the weird